Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome to episode number 13 of our live MLB The Show 25 franchise mode series with the Toronto Blue Jays, entitled Arms Race, because we have a lot of pitchers to deal with moving into the 2030 off season. Coming off of back-to-back World Series championships, we have a lot of arms we have to deal with. Who's going to be in the rotation moving into next season? That's probably our biggest question of the off season. Aside from that, what are we doing with Nolan Schanuel at first base? What's going to happen with some of the, not the excess, but just the players who didn't have their best years, and now younger players are growing to take those spots? Do we need to free up spots due to cap constraints? Will the contract situation work out with our increased budget? That's what we'll find out in today's episode, the 2030 off season. Welcome aboard. Mackenzie, welcome to the stream. Mark, welcome as well. And we'll get started at the 3-minute mark. If you're joining after you've already gone live, well, you can just hop into that point if you would like. But until then, we'll start welcoming everybody in here on our end after back-to-back World Series titles, winning in 2028 and 2029, feeling like 93, beating the same teams from 1992 and 1993 in 2028 and 2029. And now here we are moving into 2030. Could it be the three-peat as we try to stay as strong as possible here in Toronto? Hope you're all having a lovely Friday evening as I do all the YouTube side of things, as per usual. We were live last night with the Chris Kreider trade breakdown, as well as Backyard Baseball 97, now on PlayStation 5, which was crazy. Well, we're going to be getting into more of that later on as well, later into the summer and all that. Okay, very good. The Arms Race. I already have the title for next episode, I think, if I can remember it. Probably something like Pitcher's Duel, because no matter who we keep, it's still going to be probably one or two too many, and they'll have to prove themselves. I mean, we'll have spring training at the end of the episode to do that. Or no, that's the start of the next episode. I forgot. Yes. Is it? How have we been doing it? Okay. That's done. Share it in the Twitter world. And I'm good to go. Go Jays. Welcome, Hobbsy. Getting me done at the 2:15 mark. Okay. Very nice. Good timing. I will take that. Okay. Put that down, and there we go. So in the outfield, we actually, if we go back to the awards, it won't show us. The awards right now? No. We know that we had a huge year with the Cy Young, the batting title, multiple Silver Sluggers. I don't think we had any Gold Gloves, though. Lots of nominees, first runner-up, second runner-up, and thankfully, some more money coming our way with another World Series championship. So not a ton to say when the team is doing this well. Just trying to think about who's going to get promoted, who's going to get traded, all that kind of thing. Alouettes game time. Yes, I was just looking at that a moment ago as well. The Alouettes play tonight. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2030 off-season. How busy will it be? You never know. We thought a couple episodes ago that it wouldn't be, and then boom, we signed Riley Green, who was a huge part of our season, winning the Hank Aaron Award and the Silver Slugger, hitting 38 home runs, batting .291, blah, blah, blah. So will we see more of those surprises? We'll find out. Moving into this episode, we right away have exclusive free agent negotiations to think about, and we can review our staff. We can try and get we need a new manager, but I think it was CJ Simus. So we're going to go ahead and sign him back. Even if it's not him, he makes the most sense in the attributes, so why not? I don't think there were any comments with suggestions in the last one. Just quickly taking a peek. No, so we're good to get into things right away. Great, so CJ's going to be our guy. Looking at some of the other managers around here, a lot of Bs. The only other As have negatives, it looks like. -3 stamina, -1 stamina. What else? -2 durability. So CJ seems like the guy. Hobbsy missed the World Series run live, but watched it afterwards. The Adley Slam in Game 1 against Boston set the tone. Yes, I was sad that you had missed watching it live. I'm glad you had a chance to watch it back, because that was probably our best, or my favorite, I should say, episode of the series so far. So CJ, 3 years, $15 million. No, it's not enough. 3 years, $18 million. $6 million per year. Yes, we have the money, so let's do it. 3 years, $18 million on CJ. And we also need a hitting coach. Who could be the hitting coach? Chris Birch, no negatives. I'm willing to pay the money. We're back-to-back World Series, no more negatives. Terry Sanderson, drag bunt, doesn't really matter, but power, contact, and clutch. is definitely something that we like. Yeah, let's do that. Drag Bunting's whatever, but Terry Sanderson, 3 years, 4.2, let's call it. Bang. Okay, now the exclusive free agent negotiations. I can't really look at the stats of the postseason to recap who did what and everything, but Yuki Matsui was huge in his setup capabilities. The 34-year-old came to Toronto from Baltimore, yes. Can't see his stats just as a Blue Jay, but he did very, very well, and now we'd like to keep him on in that kind of setup role if possible. It would be expensive. Was the only night I was able to see some friends while I was home. Yes, was sad to have missed it as well. No problem, as long as you had a chance to watch it back. That's great, Hobbsy. I'm willing to overpay Yuki Matsui for a 1-year thing, because I don't want to give 4 years at the age of 34. So I'm willing to go heavy. Like, let's go 1 year, 8.5. We have a ton of money. If we could ever splash money around and be high rollers, this is the season. So 1 year, 8.5 million, let's do it. And then Bowden Francis, it's not that we can't afford him, it's do we want to sign him at 33 years of age. He's coming off of the best season of his career, yes, but he wants 17.8 million per year. Could we afford that? Again, yes, but when we look at our starting pitchers, Skubal, Yasavage, Costa, Tiedemann, Barrios, even if Barrios is out, Knack is our 5 with Barrios in long relief, and even Birdsell, Logan, who knows who else is going to grow, then the year after it'll be even more difficult. So Barrios transferring to long relief is a possibility, especially if Yasavage or Costa can't cut it. The problem is, if Yasavage or Costa can't cut it, then we'd be looking to acquire a guy like Francis. Yasavage, he hasn't been great in his first 2 seasons in the MLB, but he's a B potential, 85 overall pitcher who's 26, under team control for 3 more years. So it's hard to, 3 more years after this one, so 4 more years. So it's hard to say it's hard to say let's move that out. Von Costa, same thing, 2 more years, then renewable, then 3 years of arbitration. It's hard to say no, even though the numbers haven't been great from Costa and Yasavage. Francis, incredible numbers, but like 18 million for a 33-year-old who's going to be taking a spot in the rotation. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, Tiedemann 5, then Knack to long relief. That he doesn't deserve that. Landon Knack has been lights out. Incredible, Landon Knack. So I would want at least one of Knack. Yeah, I want Knack in the rotation. So Bowden Francis walking to free agency seems the most likely thing here. Can we trade him? No, we can't. So we just got to let him walk, it looks like. Is that, and we got a draft pick for whoever signs him. Are we okay with that, ladies and gentlemen? I think that's sadly the move that we have to make. Or just not the move we have to make, but the move that we have to allow happen. Bowden Francis. Looking at our depth chart as well, like looking into the future, Costa 88, Tiedemann 86, Savage 86 by 2031 potentially, Zeke Logan in the system, B77, 20 years old, first round pick from 2027. Yeah. I think it makes the most sense, unfortunately, says Hobbsy. Yeah, I think that's the case. Cagney says it makes sense too. That's how it is sometimes. So let's start advancing a few days and see what happens with the managers and all that good stuff. CJ on board as manager, yes. I forget if it's him coming back or if it's a new guy. Terry Sanderson, good. Christian Moore to the Pirates, 87 overall for Thomas Harrington and Peter Fong. That's interesting. And Matsui signed on right away. 1 year, $8.5 million. Awesome. So Francis will walk. The coaches are set. We're ready to keep going to free agency. Yes, 1 more day. All right, so here we are in free agency. First things first, we have to think about the arbitration and contracts. Because according to our budget, although we do have a lot of money, the game is anticipating almost 30 million going to that, which would leave us with actually 54 million, even though we have more like, the 54 plus 28 gets us to 85 or something like that. Because if I look here, hold on, offer contracts. Yeah, we should, projected surplus 78.22 million, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so arbitration. Ricky Tiedemann, 84 overall. We could do arbitration on him. I forgot what he just made last year. Sorry. Last 780. Yeah, but he's going to want a real contract now, which is understandable. Let's use those arbitration years. Yeah, we'll bring him down. Ricky Tiedemann's going to come down. 1 year, 9 point something. 1 year, 9.5 we're going to give him. Brett Wisely. We want to keep him for the super utility. Even if we don't use him very much, it would be nice to just have him around. Although he does want 8.4. No, I don't think we can keep a 79 overall C potential guy for $8 million. Brendan Birdsell will be easy enough. He sells 3 years arbitration. Great. Brandon Birdsell. Rule 5 draft acquisition. I can give him $5 million. B78. Yeah, we can give him $5 million. Wisely, we'll see. I don't know about Wisely. Tender contract. Yeah, we're going to renew everybody here. Always the longest part of the episode here. Wisely at that much seems a bit too high. Agreed. So, while we're talking here, how did everyone enjoy the Stanley Cup final yesterday? Wow. Historic. I had seen that the Panthers... Yeah, we'll look for another super utility in free agency. Agreed. The Panthers blowing that 3-0 lead would make the Oilers the 7th team in NHL history to come back from down 3-0 in a game, in a Stanley Cup final game. And the first road team to do it in 106 years. What a stat. The Panthers, if they won in overtime yesterday, the series was over. I think everybody knew that. So now that's the best 2 out of 3. Whew, we are enjoying this Stanley Cup final, let me tell you that. Anyone with B potential, all that. We need people in the system no matter what. Yeah, I thought Edmonton was totally toast. I was not even watching. I was a bit late to the game, and I saw 3-0. I said, I'm not even going to watch. Then I saw 3-1. I didn't wait till it was 3-3 or anything. I saw 3-1, then I went back to watching. So good thing. But at 3-0, I was like, Fish, I got other stuff to do. I got the Islanders to edit. Blaze Jordan. Yeah, he's been simming pretty well in AAA, if I remember correctly. We can give him 780. It's nice because he signs it right away. Grant Richardson, D30. We're going to let him walk now. It's nice to have those guys in the system for trades, but... Cal Steven, 2nd-round pick in 2024 in the real world. We need pitchers in the system. He's 69 overall, at least at 27. We can keep him. Cutter Coffee, potential went from C to D. 25 years old. Plays, yeah, we can keep him though. AAA, AA, they need guys. Jesus Rodriguez, up to a 68. We need catchers. So that's okay. Penango, I think Penango's going to walk. I don't know. We'll see. Cardenas we can keep. Eddie Baroa. Yes, 40k. Those little 40kers are nice. A lot of deep potential guys, yeah. Adrian Pinto. Cesar Quintas? Quintas. Emmett Shambi. He's been here a long time. He's just sitting there with that deep potential. Wendell Phillips, yes. Adrian's and Aitken. Felix Casto, he should be in the MLB soon enough. One of these days. Oh, sorry. Oh, there's a notification from Discord saying a video went up. I put that there. Okay. It takes time, but at least we know that they're signed on right away. We know what their dollar amount is, and we know what our actual budget will be afterwards. Instead of, okay, we're waiting for them for a week to sign the contract. Down to... What are we down to now? 83.22. Oops. There we go. Or is that not moving? Is that number not moving? No way. Whatever. This is C Potential, Jeffrey Guzman. As I always say, thank you for your patience for this part of the video. Been nice and cheap. $40 overall guys with C Potential, get in there. Alright, we're just about done. So these D Potential guys, we can just find some guys in free agency. Should we keep some of them? I don't know. What position is really needed? Like, do they need those right fielders? If I let... What's his name? If I let Grant Richardson walk at the end of the world? No, there's guys with deep potential ready to come up. So Grant Richardson, yeah, he can walk. Richardson. Steven is 69 overall, 27. Alright, we'll sign him. 68-27, 66-27. Pinto going down 5'6". Pinto's going to walk. Richardson's going to walk. Penango. We'll keep him. All right, now available budget at 75.33. Okay, that's better. Free agency. Who is out here in free agency? This is what we've been waiting for. So, Paul Skeens, Wyatt Langford, Spencer Strider, Mason Miller, Hunter Green, Jared Jones. Ooh, okay, this is the top 150 free agents. Paul Skeens. Good numbers, yeah. Nothing like crazy ridiculous, but definitely elite strong numbers. And he'd be looking for $40.2 million per year. Wyatt Langford, who wants $34 million per year, batting .280, really great fielding. So great batting and great fielding from Wyatt Langford, 94 overall. Imagine going out to get him and moving out, you know, Dalton Varsho, let's say. Just out of total curiosity, I want to see what his interest level looks like. We gotta start splashing money like the Dodgers around here. So starting pitchers, we're not gonna go after. Mason Miller, coming off a tough year in Atlanta. Hunter Green, no. Starting pitchers, Jackson Merrill. I'm not really looking at anybody, if I'm being honest. Team is already so strong. But just throwing guys in the interest if anything makes sense. Nothing else really makes a lot of sense. Let's look for that super utility guy, like a 79, 80 overall or lower. Recommended. Hold on. Let me go according to my positional needs here. Let's say my needs are second base, shortstop, third base, like one of those super utility guys. Merrill again? Sure. No. I'm drawing a blank, but do we have any notable needs? No, I don't think so. Jackson Merrill looks like this. Plays second base and shortstop. Interesting. How are the stats? Yeah, bat .262 with 22 home runs. 20 back-to-back years of 20 home runs. Solid hitter. 130 plus hits last number of years here. Looking at 26.5 per year. Only wants 5 years. All right, let's throw him on the list. Why not? And for recommended free agents, second, short, and that's right. Oh, these guys are too good. But why don't they sort by overall? Here you go. A guy like Oswaldo Cabrera. This is who we're talking about. Bat .290 last year. First, second, third, short, left, and right field. Yeah, Oswaldo Cabrera. Get in here, buddy. Xavier Edwards is also interesting. But Cabrera did better, it looks like. All right. Let's lock in those changes. Get the extra little boost, and there you go. We'll see if we ever even think about those guys. Okay. Let's advance. Yes. Unless we could trade the rights. No. So, Francis walked. We could trade the rights to Wisely, right? If we didn't want to keep him. Tiemann, no, we keep. Yeah, because now Francisco Cortez is going to be up there, but he only plays second. That's the problem. So yeah, we spoke about trading Nolan Shanuel. With Lane Gonzalez coming up soon, is it time to trade Nolan Shanuel? We love him. We were hoping he'd be our everyday first baseman. 33 home run season, but a really poor postseason. And a lot of errors. Can we dump him just because of that? Probably not. But spring training is going to have to be very good from Nolan Shanuel. And then the outfield. Same outfield next year. Green, Varsho, Crawford, with Doyle being the extra, is likely where we go with that. And then for the starting pitchers, we already talked about. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's so good during the season, though. Still has upside. Agreed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bird sells 7. And these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we kind of have everything. Brett Wisely for a prospect. Anybody who wants to give us something? First base, 22 C70 from the Orioles. 22 C70. Anything better than 22 C70? Nah. It's so tough. These guys, I think, can improve the team out there, but we're good everywhere. It feels like. Agreed. Agreed. This guy from the Royals. 19A63? Boy, that's too good. Why they offer... Oh, it's the closing pitcher. That's why. Less trade value. Nah, that shouldn't happen, though. Okay, let's advance a few days and see what happens. Let's go to next week. Here we are. Let's see what we learned. Do these guys have any interest? 25% motivation from Wyatt Langford. Let's not waste our time. Goodbye, Wyatt Langford. And then we can see Jackson Merrill and Oswaldo Cabrera. Anybody else who's a super utility? We should sort by overall. Yeah, Xavier Edwards. He could actually be interesting. Okay, let's put Edwards in there. A lot of guys already signed on, yeah. So the budget, we're looking good for the budget. We have 63.93 million left still. After 2 straight championships, it's also tough from storyline perspective to envision major changes for what it's worth. Yeah, agreed. Now or never on Jackson Merrill. Is room to be close to signing? No. If it's 46% and we need an answer right now, then no. Off to the Yankees, 4/25. Jackson Merrill, goodbye. All right. Oops, what was that other message? Hold on, let me go back in my feed here. It was, oh, for the 40-man. Okay. 40-man, excuse me. Oh, not a lot of sleep last night, editing the Islanders. Cabrera, 49. Edwards, 39. Yeah, intrigued by Merrill, but at 46% interest, I think it was, we'll have to say goodbye. Garrett Hampson. Not a great year last year, but strong defense. The bunt, the drag bunt, the durability keeps him up there. 35 years old. Ezekiel Duran, about 268. The stats are at the top as well. He wants 11.4 per year. Hampson, 1 year, 13.8. Let's put Duran in there, see what happens. Waiting on Birdsell to sign, and 40-man. So who's not on the 40-man? Actually, we can just look at it like this. Rule 5 eligible. Sort. Yes, okay. Who do we want to save the Rule 5 eligibles? Kaiser, no. That'll be okay. Shambi will be okay. Felix Castle will throw him on it just in case. That's about it. George Mendoza, no. If we lost him, I wouldn't cry about it. But we have space, so why not? Okay. Advance another week. Hunter Green back to the Reds. 32.2 million per year, 7-year contract. Sheesh. Last day to offer salary arbitration. Barzell still hasn't signed. So we'll offer him arbitration. Last year made 780. I'm offering him 5 million. So here's 3 million as my offer. Wisely's gonna walk, but if we're gonna get anything for him now, we gotta trade him then. If there's no other trade happening. If we want to get value, it's now. No A-rated starting pitchers. It's too crazy. Oh, sorry, closing pitchers. 20C67 from the Cardinals. A couple of B guys. 18B50 and 20B67. Yeah, let's do this with the Cardinals. 2 prospects for our system. Walker Ferreira and Waylon Chavez. Let's do that. Thank you to the Cardinals. Brett Wisely, enjoy your World Series ring. Gilberto Valencia off to the Cubs. 83 overall, 23-year-old. Okay. What's up now? Still waiting on Birdsell. Those guys are going to walk. Cabrera, 56. Edwards, 45. Duran, 44. Cabrera is probably my first choice. However, a 5-year deal. Pump the brakes. You're 31. You'd be a utility guy. The minimum we can offer him is 3 years, which is not horrible. But then come down on the money by a lot. So I got to keep getting the interest to bump up. Edwards, Duran. We'll come back to... yeah. We're going to remove him so that the interest goes up 9% per week on Cabrera. And we'll keep going another week. Yes. Wisely would have been a deal compared to that. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not going to kill myself to get an 81 for 13 million when we know that there's 78, so we'll take 5. Bubich goes to the Tigers. Jared Jones to the Pirates. Any prospects? Yeah, we definitely do have prospects close to making the jump. We'll see that in spring training. Christian Javier to the Phillies. Okay, Cabrera now at 65% motivation. It's because his overall went up. That's the problem. It was 81. Now it was 81. Now it's 82. Right. So 9.3 brings him out to 46%. Yeesh. Xavier Edwards though also wants 5 years. Okay, so let's find someone who makes a bit more sense overall wise. Like a Hunter Goodman wanting 7.5. Bat 192. Are you serious? Kinder Falefa would be an option. Wants 2 years, 10.8 though. Yeah, he's 80. Yeah, why does it not go according to overall? Recommend. I don't want recommended. Let's start with third baseman. And see who's a super utility of the third baseman. Fry? But why is it not sorting by overall? Oh my goodness. How can you make it sort by overall? It just doesn't. Who's this? Schumann? No. Second baseman. Duran, who wants 11.4. G1 Bay only wants 3 million. Didn't look great last year, but he's fast. That's pretty good. G1 Bay could be interesting. I could just offer him straight up. Oh my goodness. Second baseman. Okay. I can just offer him right away if he's not a top 150 free agent. God, I didn't know that. 1 year, 3 million? No. Okay, we'll come back. Let's keep G1 Bay in mind. How about guys at... Did we just do second base, was it? Oh my goodness. All free agents. Sorry. At second base. Yeah, we just did G1 Bay. Shortstops. Hampson. We got 10 million plus. McKinstry. Also 75. 34. Hasn't been in the MLB for a couple of years. No. 73. No. 71. No. Alright, G1 Bay. So instead of us paying 6 million for a 79, we'll pay 3 million, 3.1 for a 75. Is it a bit of a downgrade? Yes, but the guy doesn't really play much anyways, and having him as a pinch runner probably makes more sense. 1 year, 3.2. There you go. Welcome aboard. We have the money, but I'm not doing foolish contracts just because we have the money. I'm not signing you for 3 by 15 just to be a guy on the bench. Grayson Rodriguez to the Orioles. Draft lottery time. Sorry, I'm really yawning after Long Islanders editing yesterday. I was up, so I want to tell you one. Draft lottery time. And the Padres jumped 2 spots up to number 1. Twins jumped 2. Angels dropped 2. A's up 1. Astros down 3. Marlins up 4. How's the BP? Batting practice? Back pain? Bachelor party? Let's go to the Rule 5 draft. Oh, bullpen. Hey, I thought you were asking me a personal question. I'm sorry. Bullpen. I'll show you in a minute. Rule 5 draft. If you look at it from this screen. Rule 5 draft. So our bullpen. Rasmussen, Matsui, Roop, Nardi are definitely all guys in there. That's 4. Then Clase 5, Ward 6. I don't think did we lose anybody? I don't think so. All players. There's this guy with A potential, Joel Andino, who's out there, but we're going to have to keep him all year. Yeah, bachelor party coming soon enough. Any super utility guys here? Doesn't look like it. No. Okay. Ta-da. So yeah, bullpen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's one closer. That'll be 3 mid relief, 2 setup, and the closer, which is fine if you have guys with long relief. Yeah, that's good. If you're interested in seeing who's even there, Mason Miller just went. Who's there for the rival opportunity? Spencer Strider, about to go to the Baltimore Orioles. Maybe overpay a big relief pitcher on a 1 or 2 year deal. We have the money. Estrada only wants 8.4. Jeremiah Estrada, yes, we just beat him in Atlanta. He's not a guy who gets a lot. He doesn't have to have saves. Estrada could be interesting. Vesia. Eric Miller had a really good year. Mason Miller wouldn't make sense because he'd want to be the closer. But Eric Miller, 1.7 ERA last year. Was it a flash in the pan? I don't know, but he wants only 1 year at 8.4. A lot of lefties in here. Do we have even lefties available? That many lefties? Let's take this off now and say relief pitching. Where am I looking? Yeah, so Class A righty, Rasmussen righty, Matsui lefty, Nardi lefty, Roop righty, Ward righty. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 righties, 2 lefties. If we brought in another relief pitcher who goes out, or we already have 2 long relief guys. Excuse me, I don't think it makes a lot of sense as much as I like the idea. We'll throw them on the board though, just to say. We'll throw them on the board and see what happens. Jojo Romero. Crazy numbers there, actually. Alright, Jojo. Let's see what happens over the course of a week. Jake McCarthy to the Orioles. Now or never. Estrada is either going to the Mets or the Orioles here if we don't sign him. We only have 40% interest. Only 40%. We got to say no. And he goes to the Mets. 2 years at 9.77. Makes sense. That leaves us with rival opportunity, Justin Martinez. No, we'll let him go to Tampa. Eric Miller and Jojo Romero. We'll let them sit for another week. Now we see 72 and 80. Yeah, both of them really want to come here. That's great. Both want 1 year deals. But then where do they go? Where do they go on our team? Ursig. Fernandez, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and Phillips. Where do they go? Because if it's Class A, Ward, Matsui, Nardi, Roop, Rasmussen, Birdsell, and Barrios, let's say, because Costa's coming up, then we're full. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's the max. So if we go out and get a different relief pitcher, somebody's got to go. Maybe you think Nardi, but Nardi's 3.5 seasons as a Blue Jay, all like 3 ERA or lower. He's been really good. Andrew Nardi has been, trustworthy. Landon Roop, same thing. Crazy numbers. Drew Rasmussen, so solid. Birdsell will have to be the one, but he's a long relief guy. Different category. Next year, you know what? Next year we'll splash the money on a big relief pitcher when Matsui's gone after his 1 year deal here. Alright, that's what we'll do. That's it. The low overall guys who sim well, gold. Hard to say no. Hard to, I've said that a lot of times, hard to dump for no reason. The reason being I want someone flashier. Paul Skeens, woo, to the Dodgers! 8 years, $333.5 million, $41.7 million per year. To 95 overall, Paul Skeens, who signs with the Dodgers. Who else? Spencer Strider to the Mariners at $34.4 million per year. Justin Martinez of the Red Sox, great. Eric Miller signs with Cleveland. 2 years, $9.77. Good for him. Jojo Romero signs with the Reds, 1 year, 7.54. Wyatt Langford to the Mets, $41 million per year on a 5-year deal. Oh my goodness, these are crazy contracts. Okay. Did we ever hear the results? Bowden France is still out there in free agency, by the way. I wonder what he's asking for now. Carmen Ladzinski. Not interested. Bowden, how you doing, man? He wants 1 year, 16.9 now. 89% motivation maxed. So if I gave him contract to come back, I mean, 1 year, 12.69. Again, though, then that bumps somebody out. He just had such an incredible year. He wanted 17.8 before. Now would he sign for 12.69? If he signs that, then we'll trade Birdsell. If Bowden Francis, if a pitcher with a 3.08 ERA last year who's been here his entire career would want to sign for 12.69, but the whole argument I was making before is that we can afford him, but it's that we don't have space for him. Do we bring him back just to be a long relief pitcher or to bump one of our young guys, or he's just as an insurance, but Brios was already the insurance? Or do I just need to let it go? I take him over Birdsell. Yes, me too, but would it make sense that he wants to be in long relief? Tough call. All right, if he wants it in long relief, we'll do it. We'll wait and see. No longer interested. Goodbye. Didn't know we weren't going to spend it all in free agency when that was the thought. Wouldn't hurt to keep him. He's pitched in the bullpen before, but maybe not after that year. That's it. He just had the best year of his career. He's not interested in the offer. No problem. We move on. We sent him a little something just to see, like, hey, just throwing it out there. Did he get signed? No, he's... Okay, yes. He got signed. That's why. All right, Bowden. Good luck, buddy. Send to spring training. All right, so now here in spring training, who did the game bring up here? How are the overalls looking? Crawford starts the year at an 85. Very good. Freeland 85. Bo 89. Love that. G1 Bay. Lane Gonzalez. Could he make a case for himself? We'll find out. I'm going to put him at first base over Nolan Shanuel against righties. Namala's going to go in at shortstop. Francisco Cortez is coming in at second base. Or actually, could Bohm play second? No. Who could play second here? Namala. Okay, Namala's going to go second. Shortstop. No, sorry. Namala's going to go shortstop. Cortez goes second. Right? Oh, I'm confused here. Vince O'Leary. Felix Castro. He's not going to make it. We'll put Kirk in against lefties. All right, that'll be the spring training to start things off. Then in the pitching rotation, we now have Von Costa. So we're going to go lefty-righty. We're going to go knack number 2. Then lefty, righty, righty. Left, right, left, right, right. Left, right, left, right, right. That's what we'll try. Or we go left, right, right, left, right, left. If we go left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left. Well, it's just in different order. Okay, Brios there. Good. Okay. Exciting stuff. Contract extensions, we can already think about that. No one I really am sure about extending except for a few guys, like, let's say, Justin Crawford. We'll keep the arbitration years. I'd be sad if Costa blows it again this time around. Yeah, he blew it the last couple spring trainings. 1 year, $14 million for Justin Crawford? No. Let me guess. He wants to 2 years, right? 1 year, 16? Okay. So 2 years. I need some security. What security? 2 years at 16.8 per year. 17 per year. 17.5. Come on, Justin Crawford. Odd man, welcome to the stream, buddy. 2 years at 18 million. Come on. 18.1. 18.2. 18.3. 18.4. Oh my goodness. 18.9. 19. There you go. 2 years, 19 million. Alex Freeland. He's renewable, so yeah, there you go, and he knows it. 1 year, 6 million. 1 year, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5. Great. Landon Knack, I love you. Arbitration, even better. I love you even more. 1 year, 6.8. Great. I'll probably stop there. So budget for next year. Yeah, just Varsel's going to be a free agent. That's a big one. If Costa doesn't make it, we're not sending him back to AAA. This is the end of Costa if it doesn't work out. Okay, so let's do 5 games with that rotation and that batting order. Blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great scuba. Look at that. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, no earned runs. Tiedemann, Savage. Costa, 3 innings only. Why only 3 innings? But okay. Bullpen getting eaten up a little. Another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Let's see. Okay, Von Costa looking better. Bird cell, man. I'm going out on a limb here for you. How we doing here? Bohm, Varsho, Crawford, Rushman, Vlad. Lane Gonzalez wants to make the opening day spot. Namala, man, pulling the plug soon enough here. Riley Green is just a man possessed, so let's give some time to Brenton Doyle. Yeah. Swap him in the right field. Okay. Who else can we get in here? Freeland is cold. Let's give him some DH time. Alex Freeland, go DH a little for fun. Shanuel needs to get some time in there too. Eventually. Kirk doing great, 462. That's crazy. All right, another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are 7 and 8. Okay, so now let's get Scuball. You've gotten your time. Let's put Barrios in the rotation. Let's put Birdsell in the rotation. Knack is crazy. That's about it. We have no other starting pitchers who are making a case for themselves here. As Zeke Logan at a 77 won't get his chance just yet at 20. Kaiser, no, that's about it. It would only be maybe Zeke Logan. But why force it when it's so crowded? And the bats, Bohm, Varsho, love it. Freeland 273 now. Gonzalez 257. Cortez 295. Namala 182. Namala, man. Let's get Shanuel some time against righties. Jordan against lefties. Yeah, one more year in AAA for Logan. Okay. Great. 1, no thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 9 and 11. 246 Varsho getting cold now. Okay, let's get Riley Green some more time. Let's give at bats to Vince O'Leary. At bats to Vince O'Leary. The Mala batting 232, giving him all the chances in the world here. Both 323. Let's go back. Let's give all in the Mala. All in the Mala. Felix Castro, let's put you in there against lefties as well. Okay. Rotation. Barrios. Birdsell, man, you're killing me. Tiedemann hot. Yeah, Savage is the one struggling. Look what else is new. But Von Costa finally ready to make his MLB debut. Or to stick in the MLB, I should say. Finally ready to try and stick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 14 and 11. We win 5 in a row. Nice. The lineup, O'Leary 182. Namala 320. Now he's hot. Now Namala's hot, batting 320. Okay. Cortez 288. Shanuel 250. Not making it easy for us at all. Alright, last game. Let's do it. 10-0 loss. Great. Okay, so time to make the changes to the team now from the MLB roster. So Felix Casto, he bat what? 3 for 5? That's nice. But back to AAA for you. Blaze Jordan looking really... No, not Blaze Jordan. The other first baseman. Sorry, did I put the wrong one in? Probably. Optional waivers for Blaze Jordan. Goodbye. Lance Harris. He looked good, but 70 overall. AAA. Michael Stefanik. 34. Go to AAA. George Mendoza. AAA. Vince O'Leary. AAA. Cruz AAA. Optional waivers. That's all right with me. Tyson Lewis. 2476B. Yeah. AAA. Lane Gonzalez is who I'm talking about, who might give a chance to here. That leaves us with 2 spots left to cut. 2 spots left to cut. Who's out here? This was Varsha, right? Yes. First base. Yeah, probably a bat to be cut. G1 Bay, I know he's the super utility, but maybe Francisco Cortez, batting 276, our first round pick in 2026. If he's ever going to make it, now's the time to give him that chance, probably. And Lane Gonzalez, maybe we send him down. Yeah, we don't have room for him right now, but once we make a decision on Shanuel, then we'll know if we can call him up or not. He's only 20, so Lane Gonzalez will go down. Good spring, buddy. Lane Gonzalez will go down. Yeah, agreed. And Bay will figure out. Hold on a second. He goes down. And the last guy... Yeah, would it be Bay? Probably, huh? Sorry. This is the lineup here. Something like this is the actual lineup, right? So Bay, Doyle, Kirk, Namala, Cortez. Cortez I want to keep. Namala has to stay. It would have to be Bay. Yeah, it has to be Bay. Utility guy will have to be Namala, actually. He plays second, third, short. We'll start him off, and we'll see where it goes from there. Bay's going to be good to use. We can call him up when we know more. But for now, we'll send him down. Okay, that's that. Logan Webb is still in free agency. That's crazy. Wants 4 years, $67 million. You could go crazy and say 1 year, $20 million on Logan Webb. Or even Jake Irvin, Teoscar Hernandez, who bat 282 last year, but only in 39 games. Teoscar Hernandez wants what? 1 year, $15 million. Alec Burleson, really good against righties. We can check where Francis went in a second. Burleson, first base, left field, right field. Bat 301 last year. No contract. Teoscar on the bench just because, but yeah, no room. That's the problem. No room. So many opportunities, but nothing that we can really make work. Where did Francis go? Up to the Phillies. Phillies signed him 1 year, $20.2 million. We're offering him like $10 million less than that, so there you go. All right, let's advance a few days here. Spring training's come to an end. It's the regular season. Here we are. Optional waivers are taken care of now, I think. AAA guys should all be in AAA. G1 Bay made it AAA, etc. Okay, so the team is ready to go. Do we sign Logan Webb over Birdsell? Good point. Put Logan Webb in the bullpen, long relief, and he got signed. No, he didn't. He didn't. Imanaga, but I'd rather have Logan Webb. Logan Webb, yeah, what a great year he just had. You know what? That's too crazy of an opportunity. Bowden Francis coming off of a career year. He wants to get bank. it made more sense for him to walk. Logan Webb, nobody's signing him. 1 year, $17 million. No, I'm not adding any more years. No, I'll give you as much money as you want. I'm not adding any years. No. 1 year, $22 million. 1 year, $25 million. Oh my goodness, security. How much security do you need? 1 year, $27 million. There you go. 1 year, $27 million. Logan Webb. Birdsell is a nice story. But we're not gonna. I don't think I want to trade him though. I like Birdsell. Let's just send him down and see what happens. Yes, he has the options. Let's send down Birdsell. That's the good part about having money and on a 1 year deal. He better produce. He had a really good year last year, so let's hope so. All right, first game of the year. We'll do the first game and then we'll call it an episode. Bohm, Varsho, Crawford, Rushman. This was our playoff roster, so we're gonna keep it the same. Guerrero, Shanuel, Freeland, Bichette, Green, and we'll see how that goes. Green down to a 90. Why? Well, you know what? That was the playoffs. Let's reset it a little bit now that we're back to normal. So Varsho down to an 88 as well. I'm going to put Varsho further down. Bohm, Bichette, Crawford has that speed, but probably more in like this area. Probably Green, Rushman. Yeah, Green, Rushman, Guerrero, Crawford, Freeland, Varsho, Shanuel? How does this work here? Francisco Cortez, we're out on a limb here. We're giving him a chance. I mean, we could give him a secondary position. But how's this? I always have lots of suggestions. Varsho up versus lefties, though. Agreed. So let me copy these two first. Bohm, Bichette, Green. Bohm, Bichette, Green. Rushman, Vlad. Crawford, Freeland. Crawford, Freeland, Varsho, Shanuel. That's first things first. Swap center and left field, but 90 speed, now 69. Maybe it's time for Justin Crawford to be in center field with that speed, actually. Lower defense than Varsho, though. That's the thing. Yeah, it's a trade-off. Okay, that's against righties. Now against righties, yes. Rushman. Do we put in Kirk against righties, I wonder? Good spring training. He was a hero in the postseason. Do we give Kirk some at-bats versus righties to say thank you for all that he's done? Crawford moves up against righties. Or Shanuel moves up against righties. We go Kirk, Varsho, maybe against righties like that. Then against lefties, Varsho can go. Hold on. Bichette stays. Green will move. Yeah, we'll swap Green and Varsho. Rushman stays. Vlad stays. Then Green, Freeland, Crawford, Shanuel. I'd probably give him time later in the year, depending how we start. Kirk, that is. Rushman is just so good. All right. We will do that then. But against right, I'll keep him lower against righties to start. Right, left, right, left, switch, left. Yeah, I love Kirk, but I think we need Adley every day. There's more right-hand pitching than left-hand pitching. Okay, fair enough. So we'll start like that for the batting order. Rotation. These guys were great. So it's going to be, of course, Skubal, Knack. Tiedemann didn't impress in spring training, has now dropped to an 83 overall. Naya has the Savage. So here's their chance. They're going to start in the rotation, but both Barrios and Webb are ready to take a rotation spot ASAP. So we'll start Skubal, Knack, Tiedemann, Savage, Costa. Left, right. But then changes will come soon enough, if and when needed. And long relief, mid relief, setup, closer. Great. Let's end off the episode with the first game of the season, ladies and gentlemen. As back-to-back World Series champions, we take on Grayson Rodriguez and the Baltimore Orioles to open up the 2030 season. Here at home with the banner going up, back-to-back World Series champs, Rogers Center is rocking. Terry Skubal with the Cy Young last year. Here he is, the 4-time Cy Young winner on the mound. Alec Bohm leading off. and Anthony Volpe ready to face Tarek. First pitch single, love to see it. Holiday pop-up, McCarthy 2-run home run. Screwball and the home runs per 9 have been killing me. That's +1. Kierstad pop-up. All right, Alec Boehm, show him what you got, baby. Single. Bichette fly out. Green single from the Hank Aaron winner. Shanuel, you gotta impress, man. Walk to load the bases. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Yes, 2 RBI single from Vlad. That's a great way to show the fans something here in the first inning. Justin Crawford singles to load the bases for Freeland. 2 RBI single. Grayson Rodriguez getting carved up after re-signing with the Orioles. Yes, that new contract. Single, fly out, then single, walk, single, single, single. Rushman ground out but advances the runners. Varsho pop-up. 4-2 Jays after the first inning. Strikeout, ground out, ground out. Boehm strikes out. Bichette ground out, Green fly out. Ground out, strikeout, single, fly out. Shanuel solo home run from Nolan Shanuel. Home run and a walk today. That's why we kept him so far. Vladdy grounds out. Crawford single. Always got to try stealing second. Freeland ground out. Locklear walk. Kierstad strikeout. Bowers singles and advances Locklear all the way to third. Randy Arozarena sac fly. Basallo ground out. 5-3 Jays. Rushman against his old team popping out. Varsho strikeout. Boehm fly out. Maybe against righties we take out Varsho in the outfield and put Doyle. Urias strikeout. Volpe strikeout. Then double from Holiday. Pickoff pitch, ground out. Bottom of the 5th, Bichette walks. Green, pitching change. Shane Drohan coming in. Fly out. Walk from Shanuel. 3 for 3 on base today. Vlad double play. Strikeout, strikeout, single. Fly out. Bottom of the 6th, Crawford error gets him on first. Steal, there you go, he gets it this time. Freeland single, but not enough to bring him home. Rushman pops up. Varsho sac fly, will take it. Boehm single, Bichette fielder's choice. Top of the 7th. Does Tarek stay in for the opening day complete game? I wonder. Ground out, fly out, ground out. Another inning. Green fly out. Shanuel strikeout. First time today, doesn't make it on base. Vlad single for Crawford to fly out. All right, top of the 8th. You got one mistake. Yeah, he's tired now. Let's go to new Blue Jay Logan Webb. Let's see what you got. He was in Baltimore last season, actually. All right. Logan Webb, fielder's choice, double play. Thank you very much. Bottom of the 8th. Freeland solo home run. Why not? 3 for 4. Rushman walks. Varsho fly out. Boehm fly out. Bichette single. Riley Green. 3-run home run. Riley Green against Scott Effross. 10-3 Jays. Shanuel ground out. That's likely the game. Let's see. Yeah, Webb got his inning. Let's go to Matsui, also against one of his old teams, right? Yes, that's where we got him from. Single, strikeout, double play, and the Blue Jays win. 10-3 the final. What a way to open up the season. Opening day in Toronto. 10-3 win, and that's a great bar to set for ourselves. Very nice. All right, I think that's that. I think that about wraps up the episode, ladies and gentlemen. So we're ready for the 2030 season. Yeah, setting the tone. Big win. First in contact, third in pitching, fifth in power, ninth in defense, but even worse than last year, now 29th in speed. It's really just Justin Crawford with that speed, and if Bay gets called back up. So off screen, I'll do all the AAA, AA mumbo jumbo, and then we'll be ready for the 2030 season next week. Likely next Thursday. I don't see why not. This week was a Friday stream. Likely next Thursday. Is that the 19th, I believe? No, or the 16th. I think the 16th, right? So keep an eye out for that. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when all of our uploads and live streams come your way. Thanks for being here tonight, everybody. A shorter stream. Yeah, just not even an hour. Not even an hour. Let's wrap it up here. Let's try and finish in under an hour. 16th is Monday, so I was right. The 19th. I was 19th. I was right. Thank you. The 19th. So I'll wrap it there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Exciting offseason, arms race. We're going to see what happens with the pitching battle of next season to start the year with both Barrios and Webb ready to go. Leave any and all of your thoughts on the offseason and year ahead in the comments down here on YouTube or over in the Discord server. And yeah, we got a lot going on. MLB, HLM, backyard baseball. I know it's going to be a busy June and July for me, but still trying to get as much content your way. Check out the Islanders episode that went up earlier today, year number 10, the 2033-34 season. You don't want to miss that one. That was a crazy episode. Check it out. It's a long one because it's the season and the playoffs all together, but you won't regret it. There are some fun storylines to follow along, especially in the regular season, I gotta say. All right, well, close it there. Much love. Have a great weekend, everybody. Get outside, be active, get some water in you, stay hydrated, and we'll talk soon. Night, everybody.